Hey guys, I'm Rachel and I have hamsters, and today I wanted to talk about emergency travel kits for your hamster. I've been thinking a lot about last summer and how many wildfires there were out on the west coast of the United States, and it was really scary. And I remember I bought these two KT cages just in case I had to run out the door with Steven and Sophia, my Roborovski hamsters. And as the season approaches again, I thought, you know what, let me take a look at those cages and sort of update them and try to make them better so that if I do have to go somewhere, I'm ready. And it's a cage that's not ideal, but they could survive in it for a few days if I needed to go somewhere else and escape the smoke. So let me tell you how I landed on this cage. There's a few options you can go with as a travel cage. I decided to go with a smaller cage because I have 4 hamsters and just one small to medium-sized car. So I really can't fit a big cage or a big bin cage in my car. The other thing I was concerned about was with a bin cage, sun coming through the windows and making the bin hot. So I definitely wanted to go with a cage option and not a bin option. The other thing I like about cages is that you can attach everything on the side. So you can put your wheel and your water and everything. So you don't really have to worry about things tipping over or anything falling on your hamster. So I think cages are probably the way to go if you're traveling. You can make a bin work for you. I think you just maybe have to retrofit it to make sure that the wheel is attached and not free floating on a stand. When it comes to cages, there are quite a few options you could go with. Of course, there's the biggest and best option, which is the Preview 528. I did not go with that option, number one, because I have 4 hamsters, but also because the corners of that cage have actually pretty big gaps, and it wouldn't be good for my Roborovski hamsters. If you have Syrian hamsters, then maybe you just only have 1 or 2, then maybe a 528 is the way to go. The 528 has a lot of height. I think it's 17 inches high, so you can definitely get a 12-inch wheel in there for a Syrian hamster or even a dwarf. They would be very comfortable in that cage and could be in there for a while if you need to go somewhere and be there for maybe semi-long term while you wait out, whatever it is that you're fleeing from. So that would be the best option. There are other cages that are slightly smaller. Of course, there's the KT Super Habitat. I did think about that one, but of course, again, it's pretty big. It's sort of weirdly shaped and curved, so it's not like the most efficient use of space. But the nice thing about the KT Super Habitat is it does have narrow bar spacing and would be appropriate for a Roborovski hamster and would give them plenty of space to live in for, a week or so if you needed to escape. I personally wouldn't recommend a cage long-term for any hamster. I just don't think they're the best option. But when it comes to traveling, I think a cage is definitely a great way to go. So I landed on this cage because I knew that I needed to fit 4 cages in the back seat of my car. I wanted them to be in the back seat so I can easily see them and make sure that the temperature is controlled and that everything is safe for them. And I thought about going with, KT has a slightly bigger, like a double-story cage, which I could have taken out levels on, but I decided not to go that route because I was a little afraid that my hamsters would try to climb up the edges in their stress of being in a new place and then fall, and I really just didn't want to deal with that situation. Because I have hamsters that are Roborovskis and dwarfs, I don't have to worry so much about getting a huge wheel in here. 8 inches is plenty, and the good news is this cage is 9 inches tall, so I was able to get this Preview quiet wheel in 8 inches inside here. And that's actually what, if you can see it, I have in this cage. So one thing I found as I was trying to find wheels to go in a cage is that there's only a few good options for cage wheels. I would say the Preview quiet wheel is one good option. It is not totally silent. It has a slight jiggle to it, so when they run, you hear that. There is the KT Silent Spinner, which does not work with these smaller critter trails because the bar spacing is too close, but on the 528 or on the KT Super Habitat, or there's also the Midwest Brigsby cage, which is 300 square inches. Again, some of these cages are not great for long term, but for an emergency situation would be okay. The Silent Spinner would work great. And in those situations, I would always go with the 12-inch Silent Spinner my personal belief, the 10-inch and the 6.5 are both very narrow, and I just don't think that those wheels are good for hamsters. I think that hamsters need a wide and solid running base. Those bases are curved and not very wide. So go with the 12-inch giant silent spinner if you do that. The other option you could do is the Silent Runner, and the Silent Runner comes in two sizes, the 9-inch and the 12-inch. Again, those would only work with the Preview 528 or maybe the KT Super Habitat. The KT Super Habitat can take the 9-inch, but not the 12-inch. So if you have a Syrian, then I probably go Preview 528. Anyway, so those were the three wheels. It's just the Silent Runner, the KT Silent Spinner, and then the Preview Quiet Wheel. I did try to put the Night Angel Super Silent Wheel in here, and it was like, the problem with it is you can't attach it without the base, and it's a kind of a heavy wheel, and I just thought, you know what, in a moment when you need to like just go, I really don't want anything heavy in the cage, and I don't really want a base in the cage if I can avoid it. So this Preview Quiet Wheel ended up being the only option I found that would work with this cage. Plus, it kind of matches. And it's very lightweight. I feel like it's just a great option for on the go. You need this, you know. And the size, 8 inches, is plenty for my Robos and my Dwarfs. It's not always ideal. I actually give them bigger wheels. One of my Robos uses a 12-inch wheel, but he also uses a 10 and an 8-inch without problem. So he'll be fine. So once I got this wheel in there, I started collecting little paper boxes, and these are clean interior boxes that maybe something else was shipped in. I actually think I got something from Night Angel in this box. So it's like the box inside the box that something was packed in. So this box is clean and there's no exterior dirt on it or any worry of contamination. And what I'm gonna do with these boxes is cut holes in them and fill them with bedding. And just place that in there. So the next step for me is I'm going to stock it with food. There is a nice plastic bowl in there, so if we're on the road, I don't have to worry about this flying and hitting my hamster. They're gonna be fine. And the next step, I'm gonna fill it with bedding, and then I'm gonna let my hamsters explore their travel cages. Each of them has their own. This one is Steven's, so I put his name up here. And this way I'm gonna let him scent mark and get comfortable with it. I can use it for playtime, or I might even attach it with one of these attachment holes to his bin cage so that he can go in his own time when he's active. And hopefully then it makes the whole process of having to get up and go quickly a lot less stressful for my hamsters. I have heard a few people talk about what to have ready. I think I'm gonna try to have everything ready in the cage if I can. So food, chew toys, and water I'm not gonna keep in the water bottle, but I will keep it in, I have like jugs of distilled water that I usually keep by my hamster things, and I have one in my car. So I should be good to go when it comes to that. Of course, you know, this is not an ideal situation, and I definitely wouldn't keep my hamsters in this cage for longer than necessary. In my mind, if I had to evacuate, then I would want to go somewhere, and then maybe I can set up a new bin cage for them wherever it is I go. But at least they would be safe in this, they would have everything they need, and they would have a good wheel, which I think is just so important. So I think that this would probably do okay in a moment of need. So anyway, I would love to hear from all of you if you've prepared travel cages for your hamsters, what you do, how you set them up, what's working for you, or what have you run into. Maybe you came into the same problem I did, trying to find a wheel that would fit in this cage. I would love to hear about it, and maybe it gives you some great ideas. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.